apologies about that. My memory got full, okay? I have a lot of videos that I haven't posted. But anyway, let's continue. So I was saying that like not everyone will like you basically. So as like you need to take it upon yourself, right, for personal growth as well, to actually embrace the fact that not everyone will like you and not everyone you encounter will be your friend or you will regard as family, and all of that. So it was very important in my journey to realize that, okay, in my second year, when I'm going to work, I am at work, I maintain professionalism, and I do what I need to do, okay? The reason why I actually mentioned that don't let the negatives outweigh the positives is that sometimes because of one or two experiences or encounters with a person, they change your perspective of how you perceive certain things, and I need you to understand that we as people react differently to pressure. And I think a lot of us do not acknowledge that. Some people, when they're under pressure, they yell. Some people, when they're under pressure, they just keep quiet and penalize you when the time comes. Or, do you get what I mean? It can be like everyone's experience is different and everyone's reaction to situations is different. So acknowledging that was very important, and I grew on a personal level in my second year. In my first year, in terms of expanding my knowledge and learning a lot, that was my experience. Second year, there was a lot of self-growth, because now I also had added responsibilities, so I think in second year I learned to pick my battles. I grew as a person, and I actually made a lot of significant decisions career wise, and like the people I led in my life in terms of mentoring and all of that. So I had a really nice experience and growth in my second year, right? So that was my second year experience. In my third year, wow, what a year! My third year, last year, 2020. Oh, what a year, guys! What a year! 2020 was very interesting. I was third year now. I was a senior trainee. I was part of a lot of projects last year. I was part of like about six projects. It was a nice experience, but moving around a lot taught me a lot, and it was professional growth as well, where I experienced different management styles, and all of that. And I am really grateful for moving around a lot and getting exposed to different things, and wow, I honestly, when it comes to my training, I have more positives than negatives, and the reason why I say I have more positives than negatives is because I think the negatives were brought about by an individual, and I don't think I would let an individual taint how I view my experience and all of that. And remember, me, I'm led by the Holy Spirit. I do not take offense. Hello, hi. I do not take offense. Yes, I'm a human being. I get emotional. And there are times where I'd come home and cry because I'm like, I am at my wit's end. I don't know what I need to do. There are times where I would get excited. There were times where I actually didn't want to go to work because I need to account, But all in all, man, I love the organization that I was part of. For the past 3 years, I've learned a lot, and I've learned that work is not just like what you are doing on your day-to-day basis. Work is also taking care of your mental health. We have these sessions where we discuss about mental health, where we learn, where they also try develop the individual, so I think that's very important. Like, in the 3 years, the advice that I would also have is that in the 3 years, be thinking about what you need to do, because what you're exposed to in the 3 years will enable you to decide which environment you want to be part of, and the different projects you are part of will expose you to different things. So but okay, no, I feel like I thrive at this area, I thrive in this area. So you will learn a lot, and guys, even if you have a negative or not so good encounter with a person, do not take away from the things that that person can teach you. Because most of the time when you have a bad experience with Nhlala, because naturally I'm just a rude person, you take away the learning aspect of it and only concentrate on my rudeness. I am that person. Even if you're rude and insulting me, I will be there asking you questions like, here, how do we deal with this? Because I'm there to learn. And remember, in your 3 years, in your 36 months, you are there to learn. And make sure that you do just that, And the reason why I am also like this, I remember when I think I was still in primary or high school, my aunt, Mansongo Wamina, my aunt, the last born of my mom's side of the family, she gave me this advice and I apply it to this day. Rather look like a fool or seem like a fool and you're getting assistance than acting like a know-it-all and you know nothing. So even if you treat me like trash, if I am getting what I need from you and it's impartation of knowledge, baby girl, baby boy, I will be there on your neck. And I know you even more because I know you very generally, so I will be there. So anyway, okay, not that was my experience. Gucci, people didn't like me or anything. I just feel like, people go through things on a personal level, and unfortunately sometimes we take those things that we are going through personally to work. And like sometimes emotional intelligence is not everyone's forte, and all of that. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say, guys. And excuse me, as you are moving up in your career, always be open to learning. You are never too old to learn. You don't know it all. I'm a third year trainee. Well, I wouldn't even classify myself as a trainee anymore, but I'm still learning. And sometimes I can even learn from a first year, from a second year. Like learning never stops, if it makes sense. And the one thing we need to realize, especially in the workplace, not everyone who's a first year trainee will come fresh out of varsity. Some people have 20-year work experience and whatnot. So allowing yourself to learn, and don't develop an ego because maybe you are advancing academically and your seniors are not. Now you feel like you are better than and you know more than. That to me is a no-no. Okay. Respect is very important in the workplace. Respect your seniors, respect your juniors, respect everyone around you. And then the other thing is that maintaining professionalism. In as much as I'm saying that, oh, my first year we're family and whatnot, we still maintain professionalism. We still had boundaries. I knew there were boundaries. There's certain things, boundaries that I was not supposed to cross and all of that. Same applies to when you are dealing maybe with clients. Do not get too familiar with the client. And as we say, as part of our profession, independence of appearance and of the mind, honey. Okay, so don't get too familiar, and all of that. Maintain those boundaries, but in the process also be building relationships, not like relationships like Diane and I, but develop relationships in a sense that you are civil, client relationships, that you are civil. Next year when you come back to that particular client and whatnot, they will receive you in a positive light, not, that one is back again, and the one thing I will also say is that you might even encounter being thrown under the bus at times, but master the art of getting back up and dusting yourself up. don't let them see you sweat, honey. Do not. Okay. uh and it's something that happens, and sometimes you cannot avoid it, but make sure that if it's an uncomfortable encounter for you, you address it. I think for me, second year, I picked my battles, and one of the battles that I picked, I addressed it. I'd rather you address me and say, okay, Nshalala, when you're under pressure, I don't like 1, 2, and 3, and I know about it. And even when I do it, I feel like you have actually told me about it. I will know that I'm in the wrong than just suffering in silence. And also take into consideration the person you're addressing, because people might use that against you even. So like, learn a person, study a person, but above it all, I would say Jesus was my center. I'd pray about everything. Guys, I honestly, the Bible says we must pray for our leaders and all of that. And our leaders is not necessarily just the president or the pastor at church and all of that. It is also our leaders at work. I still to this day pray for my leaders. I still pray that God favor them, Lord, and bless them, and I bless everyone like around me, my colleagues as well. I pray for them, like the team. If I was once in your team, or I am in your team, best believe I'm praying for you, honey. Because I honestly believe in that. I honestly believe in praying for my leaders. And I think because of that alone, I was able to enjoy my 3 years. I was able to build relationships. So yeah, that's very important. And I cannot stress this enough. Remember why you are there, and it's to learn, and you don't know everything. And in as much as you are advancing in life, always remain humble. And when a time presents itself where you need to celebrate another person, celebrate them. Jealousy will not help you in any way. Celebrate people and their achievements, and your day will come where they will celebrate you. And even when you might find that, and it happens, in the workplace, we are maybe on the same level. Let's say we are all third year trainees, and the senior has a favorite, right? Has a favorite trainee. That happens. It's part of life. You also have favorite people. I think in that situation, it's very important to realize that it's okay. It's okay. Don't try too hard to be the one who's liked over the other person. Celebrate the fact that that person is liked more than you and all of that. And I think it will eliminate that jealousy aspect of things, right? And okay, there's this one term I personally do not like. Like, you are the super trainee or the super I don't like that. I don't like people. Well, on a personal level, I don't want to be classified, right? Other people can be classified, but personally, I don't like to be classified, because it makes me uncomfortable, and it's just a personal thing for me. Even like now, I'm saying Guti, celebrate others. I'm there like celebrating you, but when it's my turn and you're celebrating me, I feel so awkward. Like, yo, chill, bruh, like chill. Okay. So I think it's very important that you know yourself. Do not lose yourself. And I mean, at times you will complain. At times you will cry about certain things. You will get frustrated. It was not all peaches and roses. But when I sit down here today, as raw as this video is, I only have positive things to say about the encounters that I've had, the acquaintances that I've come across in the 3 years. And I can only attribute some of those experiences to the personal decisions that I made each and every morning, to try again. I think even with like things that you're trying to change in your life, don't give up because the first 5 times you failed. Try again. try again, you know, keep trying. And I think that's so so very important. Yeah, I cannot stress it enough. And I wish everyone the best. If you are a first year trainee, all the best. If you're getting signed off, yeah, you made it. Excuse me. And I have nothing. I don't know what other wisdom I can impart, but working on yourself, make sure that after the 3 years you are proud of the person that you've become, you know. If anything, I've grown in the 3 years. I haven't changed in the sense of like in a negative light, which now I'm a bitter person, and it's so easy to become bitter, honey. I'm just saying, some people's encounters are you know. So yeah, to a great journey ahead. And to everyone who's starting out, whether you are doing your undergrad and are looking for jobs and all of that, all the best. May God be with you. And remember, Proverbs 3 verse 6: acknowledge him in all that you do and he will direct your paths. Okay, acknowledge the Lord even in the little things, guys, like you driving to work and coming back in one piece. Acknowledge the heavenly Lord. Okay. Yeah, so that's very important. Pray about everything. I pray about everything, honey. Like even how to respond to a person after they've made me angry. Like generally in my life, I pray for wisdom, because hey, sometimes I feel like if I don't pray for wisdom I would have burnt a lot of bridges. Okay, so yeah, I think it's very important with team. We pray. And oh yeah, and one more important thing: acknowledge when you're wrong. Yeah, I think it's so easy to focus on, yeah, Mang did me wrong. Also acknowledge when you are wrong, you know. I highly advise mentorship. I love mentoring people. And I try, even everyone who has contacted me via this YouTube platform and all of that, I try to respond to everything. And for those who I have not responded to, last year I was just going through the most as well. And what was the other thing I wanted to say? Yeah, sometimes work gets hectic. Okay. And guys, let me not downplay my employer. Hey guys, I mean, like, there's so many experiences, guys. It's just that I can't share all of them. Like, it would take the whole day to share the experiences that I've had. I'm grateful for traveling. I love traveling, right? I'm grateful for traveling. I was able to visit certain places that I've never been to before. That was a nice experience. And although traveling can take a toll on you, especially if you're traveling every week for maybe 3 or 4 months, that can take a toll on you and it can be exhausting. But I am grateful for traveling and seeing other parts of South Africa that I didn't even know existed. You know, I mean, when you go to the Western Cape, what are you thinking? Cape Town, was Table Mountain, West Coast, and all of that. But there are a lot of beautiful places that I've been exposed to. And if it was not for my employer, I doubt I would have been exposed to those places. Okay, so yeah, I'm super super grateful. I cannot say that enough. Super grateful for my experience, super grateful for my encounters. And if there's one thing no one will ever take away from you, is your experience. So make sure that you have a positive experience, you know, because no one can take that away from you, you know. So yeah, anyway, with that being said, family, I hope this video was informative and it will be helpful to someone who's going through the most. And yeah, man, I hope you had like for people who have been signed off or are signing off or close to or whatever, I hope you had a beautiful experience. And for people who are still embarking on this journey, I hope you have a beautiful experience. I can only pray that you grow as a person and not change for the better, not become your worst experience, you know. So yeah, with that being said, family, we've come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I enjoyed filming it as usual. And remember, this was my story, therefore I believe it is my story to tell. Okay, so with that being said, family, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to come visit Miss Mabasa. Okay, Mrs. Mabasa, and her journey through this life thing, you know, her career decisions and all of that. I hope to document part of my journey and experience, and there are things that I feel like in the 3 years I should have strategized and thought about, but I didn't really think about it, you know, and the hiccups that I went through trying to decide my next move. Okay, so anyway, with that being said, family, may love, peace and grace be unto you.